Out of fear of copyright, I will not be showing any footage from NRA TV. We all grew up with that one show which had us up at 6 in the morning, running to the living room, or wherever you had your television, to watch it. For some people it were the Saturday morning shows, but since I was, and still am, a railway enthusiast, which is just a fancy way of saying nerd, mine was Thomas the Tank Engine. Over the years the show and even the original books evolved into something which is appropriate for all children, to the point where the show even has an adult audience. Fun fact, in the original book, Henry the Green Engine, Henry shoots the soot from his chimney at a few boys standing on a bridge, and in doing so, the author calls the boys. You know, looking at it that way, Thomas the Tank Engine always had an edge to it. But recently the show has tried the more inclusive style of storytelling, and they handle it quite well. Me and TH even recorded a video of us watching a new episode just for laughs. One of the characters introduced in this new take on Thomas is a female locomotive from Kenya. And I hope that you like Indian food, because here's where things get spicy. Dana Loesch, and I apologize if my text-to-speech program pronounces that wrong, is the host of NRA TV's show Relentless. She pulls up this picture of Thomas and his friends, wearing Klan's hoods, and with the tracks on fire. Now, I am not okay with the Klan's hoods, but that fire is a nice detail. You see, one of the new characters introduced in the show is a locomotive of the class West Country, and those locomotives were known for starting fires.
This is Thomas the Tank, right? The long-running kids show about really weird anthropomorphic trains. Can they be if they're trains though, or is that just animals? Anyway, they answer to this authoritarian maniac named Sir Topham Hatt, right? My youngest loved this show. I can't stand this show. It's creepy. Anyway, they've decided that the next stop is Virtue Town. Thomas the Tank is now bringing gender balance to the show by adding girl trains.
Miss Dana, there have been female trains in Thomas the Tank Engine since 1961. And I can't really blame Mattel for wanting more female trains in Thomas's roundhouse, because Emily was the only girl in a group of 7 other male trains. That's a bit of a sausage fest if you ask me.
Seriously, one of those trains, Nia, will be from Kenya to add ethnic diversity to the show, and by the way, that's where it gets really strange to me, because I've looked at Thomas and Friends at their pictures and I see gray and blue. Am I to understand this entire time that Thomas and his trains were white?
No. They are not white. They have no visual diversity, because they are trains with faces on their smoke boxes. If they were white, Nia should have a brown face.
Because they all have gray faces. How do you bring ethnic diversity? I mean, they had to paint what I guess they thought was some sort of African pattern on the side of Nia's engine?
That's not her engine. That's her boiler.
I mean, how do you bring ethnic diversity to a show that literally has no ethnicities? Because they're trains!
Then, why are you whining about it?
They don't even have skin pigmentation. Was there some concern that the show had racist undertones?
Don't get me started about racist undertones in Thomas the Tank Engine. Diesels, in Thomas' universe, are considered evil, on the basis of them being diesels. The character Boko actually had to deal with a lot of racism against him, because the locomotives in his shed didn't want a diesel doing work they also did.
Because, I mean, Sir Topham Hatt clearly is white, but the trains? I mean, I'm looking at this picture, and I'm really, really struggling to understand how in the world there isn't any diversity.
So you first get mad because they are trying to put diversity into the show. You then go on to make a point that you struggle to not see diversity. It's like you would be the type of woman to write to Mattel and demand for more diversity and then getting all upset when it isn't diverse enough for you.
In any of this. Oh, was it because, I see it, it was the white hoods and the burning train tracks. Okay, fine, fair point, fair, I get it.
I like how she tries to make a joke about Thomas the Tank Engine's racial relationships, but if she actually bothered to do research, she would have known this show handles racism really well. So to finish this video, I just wanted to ask you something, Dana. If Trump end up building his wall, on which side will you end up with all of that fake tan?